Hey, how's everyone doing? Well, if you've seen any of my past videos, you see that I did a lot of my cutting outside. I had a small work area inside the garage. I wanted to change that. I wanted to make it to where I had a dedicated area to put all my tools, set them up, and an environment that was comfortable to work in. So what I did is I split up my garage, half of it for my wife and half of it for me, and now I have a dedicated area. I didn't record most of it just because it wasn't really fun work, drywall and doing the floor, the epoxy flooring. So, but I do have some pictures, so I'd like to share with you guys how I got to the point where I'm at now. Figure out.
First thing I did is went to the big box store and bought a storage shed. Didn't really make sense to make my own. The price on this shed was very reasonable, and I needed somewhere to store some extra stuff my wife wanted to keep. I also built this basic lean-to just to keep all my garden tools inside and get them out of the garage area. This is my old shop area. You can see it's a basic post and beam construction, so really no room for insulation at this point. These are all my tools outside. I started out by raising an 8-foot section of the wall, and then I kept going all the way to the top. You can see I laid some joists, and I was able to drop the ceiling down. This way I could get some insulation up there. I also installed that small AC unit. That should help keep things cool in the summer. Now the electrical, I did run the interior electrical myself, and I ran everything to a junction box. And I hired somebody else to come and finish it off and tie everything into my panel. Here's all the insulation up. And of course, the fun part, drywall and mud. That took a couple of days. But I got it done, and I'm pretty happy with the results. This is the biggest area I've ever drywalled and mudded. And after a couple of coats of primer and paint, it's starting to look like a shop, especially with that shop lighting up there. I wanted it nice and bright, so that worked out. The Preparing the concrete surface for the epoxy flooring, I found out I had a couple of cracks, and I rented this concrete grinder from Home Depot, and that worked out really well. It just kind of leveled out the inconsistencies in the floor, but the dust was pretty bad, so I laid some water down. That helped out. You just go back and vacuum out the cracks, and using a wire brush, just clean everything up. And then with this concrete and patch repair kit, went back and it's just a two-part mix. You just mix both parts, and with a putty knife, you just apply it onto the cracks. You let it dry. You come back and sand it smooth. Then you can go back with your etching and the two-part epoxy coat. This is what it looks like when it's all done. I'm really happy with it. It looks really nice and smooth. You could sweep up with no problems. And you can see all the tools just kind of thrown in there at this point. That's where I'm at now.
Well, as you can see, I've got a pretty good foundation, but that's all I have. Everything else has to be built. Miter saw station, tool cabinets, you name it, I have to build it. So a lot of shop projects coming up. I'm building my realistic dream shop, is what I call it. Because realistically, this is what I'm going to be able to do with the money that I have. So it's not going to be a glamorous shop by any means, but it's going to be a functional one. And it's going to be one that I built. So the shop space in here is about 10 feet by 18 feet. That's it. Um, I've got a little section of the other side of the garage that I could kind of steal from my wife's side, and that's about 6 feet by another 8 feet, something like that. So I hope you guys stick around, watch me build my realistic dream shop, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.